Baby, 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 I'm on top of the world. Hopefully this works, or else we're cooked. All right. We're on. We're working. No way. No way, Jose. No way. How you doing, Brian? Let me get my headphones on. I always like wearing my headphones. For 10 to 12 weeks, I saw, bro. Insane. Imagine if you were someone that just started trading him in, like went, it would have been so heart-wrenching. That's insane, eh? What would you do? Dum da dum dum da dum ba 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 bum bum ba bum. Hello, Daryl. How you doing? I did 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that sucks, bro. That sucks, man. That sucks, bro. Sorry to hear that. Welcome to Supercoach. I mean, I've had some wild things happen this week. I'm going to be doing a big video more towards the end of the season as well on just like the things I've done correctly, the things I've learned from this season, and I think how I'm going to play next season. And yeah, so I traded KPP the week before he got injured. Like, even when I traded in Reece Walsh, there's a running theme, I think, with my super coach, the way I play it. And that is me chasing fullbacks or chasing players a bit for points and thinking they're guaranteed to get good points. Like, for example, Reece Walsh. Last season, I did Clint Gutherson. That, like, backfired on me. And there almost is, like, a thing where it's like, you have to accept that you can't get every player. And like, for me, there was a point this season, and I'm going to speak about it like more extensively in a video towards the end of the season. But someone in the chat said to me, and this was like at least 6 weeks ago, it was when people were starting to buy Simi Sasagi. And someone went in the chat like, are you thinking about getting Simi Sasagi? And I was like, I don't know. I don't think so. And I went and saw his stats and I was like, whoa, it was like 90, 85, 79. The base was like 50 to 60. And in my head, and I went, as soon as I went, whoa, I was like, okay, I didn't expect those stats, but I still didn't buy him. And I think I'm going to start being like, if I'm shocked by someone's scoring ability, and I just need to be like, okay, you need to pull the trigger and get them. So yeah. If you're thinking about why I'm looking down here, it's because I don't have my double monitor set up. So I'm looking down at my iPad at the chat. But hello, Daryl. How you doing, mate? Trades this week will be weak, Fame Army Nuff, and AKP to Karaz. I think Feymani might play this week. We'll soon find out. We'll deal with Ford and KPP next week. Ranked 2100, went up 600 ranks last week. Daryl, you are on fire, sir. Really well done. Really well done. It's good to be back, though, lads. It's good to be back. Great to be back. Very happy to be here. NRL. Let's do that. It's been so weird doing my videos at like 12 a.m. at night because my other studio that I was doing my previous videos out of, it was in my backyard, so I could be as loud as I wanted. And then now that I'm inside and like the master bedroom where my son and wife sleep is like kind of like 15 meters away, 10 meters away, I'm very whispery. I'm trying not to wake them up. So it's good to be able to do a video at 4 p.m. where I can just let loose and have that energy, because I love having a bit of energy. I'll have to have this up. I can't pop out the chat, unfortunately. We've got that. I actually really like this site. I don't know if you guys know about this site. I'm sure you guys would possibly just use NRL SC Stats. I've started playing NRL Fantasy as well, and I just really like this site for just looking at stats of players. So let's say I wanted to look at Jack Williams. I know my webcam won't show it, but I can type his name in and I click it, and it literally shows me. Now, I know obviously it's his fantasy scores, and that's not what I'm worried about. It's more about all the details. Like, I just feel like this is so easy to read. Like, I can see all the green are the good things, the red are the bad things. I mean, this guy has got 42 tackles, 1 missed tackle for 101 meters games with 2 offloads. Like, it's really good to see these type of things. I don't know if you guys know about this site, but yeah, I'm in a head-to-head league in NRL Fantasy for the first time. I've just started playing that as well. I don't think I'll delve into NRL Fan. I've heard Faye Money injured in Queensland Cup last week. Ooh. Absolutely S in the bed in Supercoach, but got to watch the Roosters win live. Marky Mark was owned Mulatalo, I think you sort of mean. Hey, big bud. How you doing, man? Nice to see ya. Izzy Strong, hello. Ford KP to Young and Haas. I'm a bit confused why people are going Origin players now. Does anyone know why? We should also look at the round 19. See, I wouldn't go Hudson Young because he plays this Saturday. Do you think he actually backs up for this game? The team's already done. I don't even think they can make top 8. Would you really play Hudson Young in the round 19 match? Hey, how you doing, Mac? How you doing, bro? Good to see ya. Because we have enough coverage to get through, that's fair. I'm actually, I don't know if it's crazy to say, but I've been trying to do something crazy this week. Tell me what you guys think about this. Turbo and Kalen Ponga in. Is that insane? Are there any Greg Marju owners out there? Because I don't know what to do. 168 break even against, who's he versing? The Tigers this week. Oh my gosh. I think I really want Ponga this week too. I think Ponga is more of a must-have over Turbo this week. Do you guys agree with that? So I can actually hold Reece Walsh. Hold on. Let me think about something. So I can trade out. I could possibly trade out Iro, but he plays round 18, so I mostly would hold him. I could trade out Chester, bring Holmes up. What's Ponga? Ponga is... Oh, team list out. Why did it just show green? Oh, I don't want to look. Let's not look at the things yet. That's not insane if you got good for round 18 numbers. 2 premium fullbacks. Yeah, the problem is my round 18 numbers aren't great, and that's why, like in my pods video, if you haven't checked it out, I speak about people like Jack Williams who cover 18 and 19. Ponga is Origin and won't back up, but hold on. Ponga in round 19, I think they have a Sunday game. They play on Sunday at 2 p.m. Do you think there's a chance he backs up? Who's the 3 fullbacks for the run home? I think it's Suafa Alogo, Kalen Ponga, +1. Let's actually look at Melbourne's. It might not be Sua. I know he's had a great thing. Sua might like bait a couple of people in. Where's the draw? Am I crazy? What's Melbourne's run home looking like? So they got Gold Coast, Roosters, South, Bulldogs, Manly, Penrith, Broncos, Sharks. There is a chance where you kind of sell Sewer around 24, but I don't know. I think my son is at my door being like, let me in, let me in. Wait, the team list should be coming in at any moment. You know what I'm also scared of? I know this has nothing to do with team lists or anything, but if New South Wales do lose the next Origin match, lads, and Andrew Johns becomes the coach, I think if Andrew Johns is the coach of New South Wales, Queensland are doomed to fall. That guy's intellectual knowledge and understanding of the game, I would be thinking New South Wales win 2-1 in the series. If Turbo's fit, my 3 for the run home would be Turbo, Sua, and Ponga. Tempted to go Turbo this week. Think he plays Origin. I also really like Roosters draw though. They have the bye in round 18. They have Parramatta, Melbourne, Newcastle, North Queensland, Bulldogs, who are not great defensively. Penrith will be tough. West Tigers, Dolphins, Souths. I really want to load up on Marky Mark, but he may not play round 19. Then he may come into Melbourne, Newcastle, North, or he will. So yeah, that's something I want to really, really look out for. All right, let's get into it. Okay, we're going to start. Let me restart this recording. Stop recording. Start recording. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Rage Traders NRL Supercoach podcast. Wolfie here, and we're back live and ready to go. This is the NRL team list for round 17, and I see a picture of Adam Doueihi. Oh, get ready, ladies and gentlemen. The king is back in town. Now, before we get into it, if you do watch on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm. That always helps. And if you are listening on audio podcasts, that is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, I'd appreciate a 5-star review, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into it. As again, we are live, so we can go through questions here and there. But let's get straight into it, as we always do. Thanks for joining in. Thanks for listening. NRL team list round 17, the first game of the week, the Parramatta Eels versus the South Sydney Rabbitohs on Thursday game this week, 7:50 p.m. Another fullback I was speaking about as a bit of a pod is Isaiah Iongi. He's been in some good form, and Mitch Moses returns from Blues duty. Nothing much here. Ronald Volcom switches to 5'8". Joash Papali'i slides to the interchange. That's not good for my draft, as I brought Papali'i in. That might have to change. Yeah, stock standard Eels team here for me. Again, the Rabbitohs without Latrell Mitchell. So your Latrell Sigwalt play, if you do have him, has been immensely boosted from now this calf injury. He could be someone you easily look at bringing in now. It's absolutely huge if you've had him in for the last 2 or 3 weeks, because he was due back around there. He was just on the Matty Johns show saying like, yeah, I'm close to ready to go. I'm good to go type thing. I think first injury was a back niggle, and now it's a calf injury. So he's out for Origin. This is really good for Latrell Sigwalt owners. He might be someone that has to come into your team, or is it too late? Maybe we should have a quick look, because that is actually someone you could really, really focus on. Does anyone know in the chat what the actual diagnosis of... Whoa, Latrell Sigwalt, negative 24 break even, $398,200. That could be a really, really nice play. Halfback, fullback. For those of you like myself that have a Reece Walsh in your team, I have Valentine Holmes in my flex. I think this could be a play for me. Valentine Holmes comes up, get rid of Jonathan Sewer, and Sigwalt maybe comes into my team. So yeah, that's really, really interesting. Tallis Duncan listed in the centers, Edward Cozzy and Alex Johnson as your wingers here. Brandon Smith starting in the 9. That's good to see. David Fafita also still a trade target for people. Jack Williams I've listed as one of my pods that I really like. This can be a very interesting game. I think without Latrell Mitchell, this could be quite a closer game than what people think. But again, this could be another game where Alex Johnson pops off for 2 or 3 tries. We'll have to see what happens in this one. But yeah, nothing crazy here. Your reserves, or your 18 and 19s, Jaden Sullivan, Dane Jennings, Josh Papali'i in the 18, and Charlie Geimer in the 19. Nothing crazy in the interchange as well. Holding Trell is painful. If you're still holding Trell, that is crazy in my opinion. He should have gone at least 3 to 4 rounds ago. Cameron Murray is back on deck. He could have a really big game. Titans versus the Bulldogs. Friday, 6 p.m. So one game on the Thursday, coming into Friday night. Keanu Kinney and Connor Tracy. That'll be a great battle. Co-captain Tino Fa'amasualai returns to the starting side. This will impact Mo Fotuaika, his output. Last week he had like a 96 or 98. So don't read into that too much. Tino coming back in will affect some of that. The prop is joined in the forward pack by Chris Randall, who makes his return from a concussion. That will also be good because Cooper Bye is out. Someone who I've held and just not cared about over this period. A really bad trade for myself, the Cooper Bye trade, thinking he would be great buy coverage, pun intended, is it just backflipped and backfired on me. So really poor decision from me. I'll learn from that from next season. I think one thing I'm really learning is in this buy coverage part, I don't want to get people like your Cooper Byes and like other players like that. It has to be players like Isaiah Papali'i's okay because I know he's always going to be playing minimum 60 minutes. But Cooper Bye with a minute scare, I just thought there's no way that this guy doesn't get increased minutes. But it more went to Curtis Morin, which I didn't see coming, and that's hurt a lot. If you're an owner for him, I still think you just live with it because you're not losing money or points this week. Ankle-ending injury to Jensen Taumapea has seen Jalen de Groot come onto the wing in an otherwise unchanged backline. This could be another great game for Jaden Campbell. Hopefully for non-Jaden Jaden Campbell owners, this isn't a crazy score. And for you Jaden Campbell owners, hopefully you're just saying, please split up the Bulldogs in half and see more holes than Swiss cheese because he's been doing pretty good lately. And there was, 2 weeks ago, people were like and about trading him in. They do have the bye next week as well. Jacob Carraz, well, he's holding onto himself by a thread. Very, very interesting to see how he holds up this week. Last week, I was 99% sure he got injured on the field and still played out the whole game. I feel like he's a ticking time bomb. I really think they're forcing it so much with Jacob Carraz, and I'm really actually scared for him to have a pretty bad injury, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But for the Bulldogs team here, Stephen Crichton moving to 5'8", proving success last week. I wouldn't know how far I'd go with that. The skipper lines up to the number 6 again with Matt Burton in the centers. Sitili Tupanua out with a hamstring injury. Sees Josh Curran start in the back row and Lipboy Hotboy join the bench. Now, I don't know what the update is with Preston and Viliami Kikau. So if you're looking and thinking, oh, Josh Curran, just beware that maybe those two guys will be due back sometime soon that could impact Josh Curran. Here we go. Back rower Jacob Preston is listed among the reserves as he looks to return from an arm injury suffered in round 12. Nothing crazy there. Broncos versus the Roosters, 8 p.m. Friday. We've got Reece Walsh in the number 1 again. Katoni Staggs and Payne Haas are back to bolster the lineup. Some people bringing in Payne Haas this week. I don't agree with it because of the origin duty. Adam Reynolds hamstring, Ezra Mam's shoulder will miss the game. That's most really a plus for Reece Walsh holders because we know he performs better without Adam Reynolds. Ben Hunt takes over at halfback, while Xavier Wilson moves to lock to accommodate Haas's return. Blake Moser is the new man on the bench taking over from Ezra Mam. Really good news for Willison owners. I'd say goodish news for Reece Walsh owners. The only bad news is Roosters are playing in some form now. Marky Mark is there. He will be someone that could absolutely terrorize the Broncos team. Very scared not owning Marky Mark this week and a big trade target for people. Hopefully a Broncos team turns up of some sort that can compete, or else this could be a high-scoring game for the Roosters. Another pot of mine, Nafa'u White. He's been playing well. Look into him if you're looking for a front row forward. James Tedesco in the 1. Billy Smith, Hugo Savala, Robert Toya, and Marky Mark. Boy, that is one of the best centre and wing sort of lineups, I think, in the comp. Nothing crazy here. Rex Bassingth, Waite, and Tommy Talau in the 18-19, and Hayes Perriman, Josh Rogers in the 18-19 for the Broncos. Nothing else here. Let's go to the next one. Dolphins versus the Warriors, 3 p.m., lads. 3 p.m. on Saturday. Isaiah Katoa listed as back with Cody Nikorima. Tane Tuapiki in the fullback position. Charles Nickel-Cookstad in the wing position. That's cool to see after his massive Supercoach game. And let's just go here. The Dolphins. Hello, how are you? The Dolphins welcome back start halfback Isaiah Katoa after a week out with a knee injury, while the Maroons contingent of Hammer, Max Plath, Tom Flegler, and Selwyn Cobbo are good to go after a freshen up. I have an interesting thing here. After Cobbo's form, has he crept up in your thoughts to bring him in your Supercoach team? I know we're talking about Marky Mark, but if Selwyn Cobbo starts performing at this Origin level, he could be a really nice pod. Just a thought. Are you still making music? Here and there. Yeah. Felice Kafusi, Brad Schneider, and Oren Keeley moved to the bench, while Trey Fuller and Tavita Nafahu dropped to the reserves. Man, this Tavita Nafahu dropping to the reserves, he's so good, and so is Trey Fuller. They are stacked, this Dolphins team. Jackson Ford, Peck, who is out for 10 to 12 weeks. Tanner Stowell-Smith will start the game at prop. Maroons rep Kurt Capewell is back from a rest, so Murata Niokore reverts to the bench. Sam Healy makes his return on the interchange. Supercoach wise, this is really interesting. You've got Tanner Stowell-Smith coming in. You've got Mitch Barnett here. No James Fisher-Harris still, and no Jackson Ford. Could be very, very interesting for some Supercoach boosts. Maybe someone like Aaron Clark, if you were thinking about getting rid of him, I would definitely hold him for a game like this, because I think he's going to get some more points in this one. But I'm a bit worried about the go forward for the Warriors in this one. They really are lacking a lot in the forward department, and that's just due to injury. But we'll have to wait and see. This Dolphins team is firing. If New Zealand come out and don't, and are having a bit of errors here and there, I think the Dolphins will get away with this one pretty easily. But this could be most probably the game of the round as well. Cowboys versus the Panthers. Scotty Drinkwater. I traded him out last week and he gets 100 against the Warriors, of course. Just the one change to the 17 that took the field against the Warriors, with Liam Sutton added to the 6-man bench at the expense of John Bateman. Star prop JT has been named to start his 300th NRL match. Thomas McKaylee as has Thomas McKaylee after both came off the bench against the Warriors. Nathan Cleary, Isaiah Yeo, Brian To'o return after being rested in round 16. So for those of you that held onto Nathan Cleary, absolutely massive. This could be a big one for him. Paul Alamotti pushes back to the center, which is mostly okay, but still bad news if you are an owner of him, because he's so much better at winger, in my opinion. Luke Garner, Jack Cogger, and Liam Henry all slide to the interchange. Casey McLean quad and Mitch Kenny remain sidelined. So no McLean, no Mitch Kenny in this one. Maybe that impacts Jenkins a bit, because I think McLean gives him a boost as well. But that's just my opinion. Seagulls versus the Storm. Ruben Garrick sidelined. I spoke about him in pods. What's wrong with Ruben Garrick? Far out. Does anyone know what happened with Ruben Garrick? I thought he was good to go. Josh Valetti starts in the centers. Hooker Brandon Wakeham calf, and prop Kobe Hetherington will miss the match. So Jake Simpkin and Ethan Bullymore join the starting side. This is one Supercoach thing we actually really need to monitor here, and I've kept this on the low, but I need to tell you about it. If Brandon Wakeham is out for like 2 to 6 weeks or 3 to 6 weeks, I don't know how severe this calf injury is. Jake Simpkin may be a really nice down trade from Pascoe. If Pascoe continues to get limited minutes with the Sam Verrills change, I was really keen on going Pascoe to Jake Simpkin, but I don't know the extent of the Brandon Wakeham injury. If it's serious, Jake Simpkin plugged in for 80 minutes in this Manly side could be a great cash grab plus points grab from this Manly outfit. So keep that in your notes. See when you get an update on Wakeham. If it's only 1 to 2 weeks, you can't do it. Aaron Shoup and Blake Wilson have been added to the 6-man bench. This also, with these outs, makes me worry about the Eagles a bit. I mean, no Garrick's okay. But this is going to be an interesting match. Always a grudge match between the Eagles and the Storm. Storm hitting some form. Down 16 and come back to wipe out Raiders. You'd love to see that. Suafar Logo versus Tommy Turbo. That is going to be an absolutely great sort of versus battle there. The big thing for me will be, I think this is just going to be a pure halves battle. No Jerome Hughes. The loss of Jerome Hughes sees Tyron Wishart start at halfback, though. Harry Grant returns to the starting side after coming off the bench last week. Trent Talau reverts to the interchange. Josiah Pahulu is the new face of the bench. So that's interesting. No Jerome Hughes there is a big, big loss. Going to be an interesting game. I think this is going to be a huge game for Kula. Huge game for Lehigh Hopewadi. We're going to be interested in, obviously, Olakau'atu as well. Could have a big one in this one for you Olakau'atu owners. There's some big boys in this week. Hello, King. Hello, I think it's Ellie. Hello, Danny. Hello, Queenslander. Hello, guys. Sorry, I'm looking at chat from my iPad as well. All right, Raiders versus the Dragons. Simi Sasagi returns after 5 games without a shoulder injury, but Josh Papali'i remains sidelined. Sasagi's return pushes Seb Chris to the interchange. Do you know this is so good for me because I can go forward to Sasagi. I can go Jackson Ford, bring up Papali to front row forward, and just get in Sasagi. That feels really, really good. The problem is that Canberra Raiders have a bye in round 18. So you're getting Sasagi in for 1 round. Hold on. Let's just have a look at his break even. Sasagi. Simi. 763,000 with a... My internet's not loading. Telstra, don't do this to me. Someone tell me what his break even is, please. My internet is cooking itself. I would really appreciate that. Someone in chat put that down, but yeah, maybe wait 1 week because not good break even. Okay. Up the Roosters, you say. Let me know in the chat right now, guys. Who do you think is winning it this season? I'm going to go out. I know this is bland, but I'm going to say if it's a healthy Panthers, it's a Panthers win. I'm going to say the 2 teams that I think that can beat the Panthers. 1 is the Roosters, and 2 is who? I'm going to say Roosters and Dolphins. They're my 2 teams that I think on their day can beat the Panthers in a finals match. Why is Hughes out? I'm actually not sure, Cooper. I'm actually not sure, my friend. I'm sorry. Wait 2 weeks, you reckon, for Simi Sasagi? The big man Twal is. No, he's not. Don't you rile me up like that. Hold on. Okay. So nothing crazy. Too many things happening. Let's go to the Dragons first. Dean Young goes with the same starting 13 as last week with Moses Sully remaining sidelined with the hip injury. Blake Laurie and Lycan King Togia make way for Jacob Halangahu and Nick Sugranos on the extended bench. This could be a really nice game for the Raiders. This would be a type of game for like Ethan Strange and Kaya Weeks to really bust them open with their mobility. I've had Timoko in my NRL fantasy. I know that doesn't matter to you guys, but he's been playing some good footy. Simi Sasagi could do work this match. Please, for the love of God, Valentine Holmes, do something this match for me because I brought you in I feel like it's going to be a bad trade. We'll have to wait and see. But Tarpanay had a very average score last week. I think you still hold him for one more and get rid of him next week. But easily could be something where we look at getting rid of him this week and just, boom, he's gone from the team. 140 break even, 39.4K projected on a negative. Okay, so definitely not getting in Sasagi this week. Cool. All right, Tom Starling again on the interchange. Do have to mention that Owen Paddy starting as the number 9. If you are looking for a Pasco downgrade, that could be a play you make. But do you want to be making and wasting trades in the hooker position? I'd say not. Let's just look at a quick Ryan Couchman doing Ryan Couchman things. Dylan Egan's been playing great. Toby Couchman, he's kind of falling a bit, but I would still hold him. But just monitor him because for me, I think it was a bit of a bait for people to grab him. Maybe a bit of an injury nickel there to the shoulder and stuff like that. But he's still, or you're hoping just for a bit of bigger numbers from him with his price tag. Let's see what the Dragons can produce this game. Knights versus the West Tigers. A triple boost for the Knights with Kalen Ponga and Dylan Lucas back after being rested last week and Jermaine McEwen returning from a club-imposed suspension. Fletcher Sharp reverts to 5'8" and Sandon Smith goes to the bench along with Thomas Cant. New South Wales Cup front rower Lachlan Crouch is in the line for an NRL debut. Now, there's a couple of pods in this team that I really like. One is Dane Gagai. 2, if you went Dominic Young, you're definitely holding him for this game. Dylan Brown's been playing much better footy. Fletcher Sharp in the 6 is most probably going to be very good for you because he's touching the ball a lot. Kalen Ponga could go absolutely ballistic this week. I think he's by far one of the best captain candidates. And that would be it. Dylan Lucas, also great back to see him as well. You hope that Tigers turn up for this one because if they don't, this could be literally what makes your week in Supercoach for the Newcastle Knights. Gerald Skelton is in the wing position. Wait, where's Makasini? Star playmaker Adam Dwayhe returns from a shoulder injury suffered in round 9 and takes over at halfback from Jock Madden. Alex Twal is also back on deck, so Alex Seyfarth slides to the bench. That is absolutely huge for the Tigers. Does that impact your Terrell May pickup? Maybe, but you're going to have now, and just remember, if you are going with Twal and Terrell May, you're going to have their buy that comes up. That is going to be in round 21 or 3. Round 23. So just remember for round 23, if you've got the likes of Jerome Luai, Terrell May, you might even have a Taylor May. If you're going to get Twal in, you're going to have 2 to 4 players, I would say, that are going to have a buy in round 23. So just be cautious of that. Toby to Haas after Origin. That is a great play and a great thought process. I love that, King. Egan on the up, I agree. All right, so very, very good and very happy with that. I think you'll see a lot of trades this week being 4 to 12. Adam Dwayhe coming back. Is it Adam Dwayhe or Dewey? Can someone let me know in the chat as well? I'd really love to know that. And that's it. That is it for this week. Now, let's talk captains just quickly. Now, if Latrell was playing this week, I would have loved Latrell. Now, there was a hint of me thinking Isaiah Iongi could be a great vice captaincy pick. I just can't do it. So for Parramatta and Souths, I'm avoiding any captaincy picks here. Gold Coast versus the Bulldogs. I just can't do it here as well, to be honest with you. Very scary to just take a risk on this one. Broncos versus Sydney Roosters. I think Sam Walker or Marky Mark could be vice captaincy plays if you own them. Really like the Marky Mark play in this one. Broncos need to win this game. But if you own one of them and did that, I completely respect it. Dolphins versus New Zealand. Herbie Farnworth, Jermaine Asako. These 2 guys could easily be vice captaincy picks against the New Zealand team with a lackluster forward rotation now because of the injuries. That could be a play for sure. And I would expect a lot of people doing that. North Queensland versus Penrith. So I think there's going to be a lot of people going vice captain Herbie into captain Cleary. That is completely respectable as well. I don't mind a play on, Tommy Turbo, but it's very scary to do that. Now, the biggest thing I think for me, and this is what I think people will do, I think you're going to see Vice Captain Cleary into Captain Ponga this week. I think that's going to be huge. Or Vice Captain Herbie into captain Ponga. And that's what really makes me want to own Ponga. So this game could go absolutely ballistic. And if there's one player throughout this whole week I would want in my team right now, it's Kalen Ponga. Like, this game could go absolutely insane for the Newcastle Knights. I know Adam Doueihi is back, but I think, yeah, that's something I'd be looking at. But again, I've chased these players a lot, these fullbacks a lot, and it's backfired in my face, but I don't know how much it's going to do it on this one. So yeah, that would be my advice for captains for this week. I don't know if you guys agree with that. If you don't, you don't. Is Barnett an option for the long run, since he's going to start of showers once JFH. I actually like JFH more than Barnett. I don't know when JFH is due back, but I do think you're just going to want to get Alex Twal in. I think Alex Twal was always a season keeper. He's a big boost for the West Tigers in this one. And that would be for me. I think you going a bit crazy. I just don't believe in Mitch Barnett as a super coach option. Now, he is playing Origin. He may not get picked in the Origin. Maybe you wait one more week, this one round, and see if he gets picked. And if he doesn't, maybe you go with an option there. But, you meant Tower Smith. No problem. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is your round 17 team list with a bit of captain advice. For those listening on the podcast, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you 5-star review if you did enjoy the podcast and, of course, the YouTube video. Thank you so much for listening. It's Wolfie here from the Rage Traders. Good luck round 17 and good luck for the last major and mini buys coming around your way. Take care. See you on the next one. Wolfie. And that's it. Podcast done. Boom, 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 boom. If you have any questions, guys, ask away. Now is the time to ask. If not, we'll wrap it up. But yeah, we've got some big trades to do. Big thoughts. Also, if you can let me know in the chat right now, if you have the ability, I know some of you drive and listen, so obviously don't do this while you're driving and stuff, but let me know how many trades you have left and how many boosts you have left. That would be great to know. If you could do that, it'd be really interesting to see the numbers. I think a lot of people are around the 10 to 15 mark, but a lot of people don't have a boost left or one boost left. So that'll be interesting to see. We also need to look at round 18. So my round 18 is looking not great. So the problem is I can't get Ponga in this week because he's not going to play next week. If anyone has boost, they got control. I have a boost. Man. I have 14 trades and a boost left. Do I get a golden star? Look, even Danny has a boost left. Do I get a golden star now? Warriors forwards were lackluster against Cowboys. 12 trades, no boost, rank 539. See, I'd rather be in your position without the boost. The only thing I'm banking on this season is injuries. Things that happen that could literally flip the season towards the end of the season, or like crazy restings. But yeah. Okay, so let's just look on my team quickly if that's all right with you guys. Let's clear these buys. So Jackson Ford is definitely a trade out. I'm pretty sure it's Jackson to 12. I mean, I don't think we need to. I'm 15,000 short. That's great. So I'm going to go Jackson Ford to 12. The problem is I still have Tarpanay as well. What's his break even is 104? Huh? What about if I did Twal and then I did I feel like I still hold Tarpanay. What are your guys' thoughts on Marju? Do we get rid of him or do we hold him? He's not going to play. Wait, no, he plays next week. Oh, I think it's Chester. Who did I say would be a great pickup? I don't even think I can get him. And is Reese Walsh a hold? 47 break even. I feel like I might as well hold the guy. Very interesting. I have two. Oh, I could get Latrell Sigwalt. I think I want to get Latrell Sigwalt in. How, though? Chester to Latrell Sigwalt. Is that dumb? Feels dumb. I didn't get to watch the game for the Warriors forward, so unsure about how they went. I tell you what, though, what I did see on the news is that knock on by Tane Tuapiki that the bunker said was a try. That was something wild. Even though I kind of said to myself, there's no way us Cowboys are beating the Warriors at home after they lost to the Sharks. I was just like, how does that even get ruled a try, man? Like, what's going on there? Okay, so I can't do Sewer. I can't do Sewer. Next week, who does the Knights have? Is it Tigers? No, that's this week. They have the Dolphins. Chester to Paul Alamotti. That could be good because Paul Alamotti is going to play wing next week, and he could play wing in round 19. Oh, they have the bye though. Whoa, that sucks. If they didn't have the bye in round 19, I'd tick it off. But having the bye in 19 kind of sucks, no. Could be a great end of the season grab though. I spoke about him in my pods. I really, really like him. What are your numbers looking like for round 18, by the way, guys? Let me know. At the moment, I'm going to have one. Wait, Pascoe and Robson don't play in round 18? Oh, man. That hurts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Why is it showing Cleary? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm at 12 for round 18 already. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What do we think about that? Lock in. Love that. Yeah, I have to look at... I think I want Latrell Sigwalt with the news for... Wait, South... So Souths have Panthers, though, at CommBank Stadium. Oh, that's not good. Marky Mark coming in heavy this week. Will Warbrick, which I don't agree with whatsoever. Tony Suka coming in this week for some reason with 12 back. Arama Howe. People are crazy. People are crazy for doing that. I could not do that. These are some wild trades. I'm sorry. This whole week of trades for me, what I'm seeing traded into me is wild. I understand the Marky Mark one because of the break even. Payne Haas, I still don't understand. This is insane. So people are trading out Tom Chester, Greg Marju. People are trading out Ollie Pascoe. Ooh, who are they going to, though? Are they just doing a cash grab? Maybe Jake Simpkin is a great play. Maybe Jake Simpkin is a great play. If I could just snag Jake Simpkin for 3 weeks, then run Reese Robson for the rest of the thing, I feel like that could be so good. So I go Pascoe to Simpkin, 399,000. Or do I go, is there someone else? Will people just go Brandon Smith? I wouldn't trust him for my life, though. Who can I go to in the hooker position? There's no one, really. No one crazy. I like the Simpkin. I actually like the Simpkin one. The guy... the guy can put work in, especially with this injury. Complete trade. Then I go Jackson Ford to Twal, and I just sit tight with 173k. Then I'll have too many on the bench though. I'm gonna have so many this week. I have to play Reece Walsh. And then Chester will come in. Maybe it's Fletcher Sharp as well. Fletcher Sharp in the 6, and then he'll play next week against the Dolphins. You think Appy, won't he be in the Origin team? Young Trell, not a keeper. Feel like I would only want to bring him in if stays. Bring in mainstays at this point. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I completely understand that. I feel like I also have like 1 or 2 trades more than other people. So that's why I'm thinking I can still do this. Who do Cowboys have this week? Penrith. Oh man, we're cooked. I think I still go Tarpanay. I go Willison. I feel like I don't need to trade Pasco this week, eh? I feel like that's crazy. I think it's just like this. I'll figure it out. But it's got to be Jackson Ford to Twal. And then I got to figure out who I'm trading out. And I'm just copying the Marju hits on the money. That's all it's going to be. Do you get rid of Reece Walsh this week? I think I will not. But yeah. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call that a video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. To everyone listening, 82 of you in here, thank you so much for coming through. I hope you've enjoyed the team list video. If you haven't seen, I put a recent pods video out. Go check that out. Besides the Ruben Garrick one, I think there's some great pods in there because Ruben Garrick is injured. But take a look at that, and I will see you guys throughout the week for more videos. We'll be doing some stuff like my strategy and trades for the week and my captains as usual. And good luck with your trades. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me as always. And I'm so pumped for next season because I have a lot of things lined up that I'm super excited for. Anyway, take care. Thanks for being here as always. And I'll see you soon. Wolfie from the Rage.